graduating class of 2022. Please put your hands together for me. At this time, I invite Principal Henry to come, and he will be presenting them with their certificates in the canisters. I begin.
Simply incredible. Can we give them another hand, everybody? I know probably we're getting a bit hungry, but we're the ones leading out first. This has turned out to be.
extremely proud and honored to stand here this afternoon to represent the graduating class of 2022 of Alphonsus Davis High School. Today's graduation ceremony is an auspicious occasion which marks the medal presentation aspect of a 5-year marathon.
According to the Collins English Dictionary, graduation is the successful completion of a course of study at a university, college, or school for which we receive a degree or certificate. We, the class of 2022, accepts the definition given, and we also see graduation as a time to reflect on our academic and social life since 2017. Where has time gone? Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed like rabbits, we timidly embarked on our high school journey. When we came to orientation, Miss Teslin Brown, grade 7 supervisor, and her team welcomed us heartily to the place we would call home away from home for 5 years.
Fellow graduates, do you remember how difficult it was for teachers to get our parents and guardians out of the classroom so that we could sit the grade 7 placement test? This same auditorium seemed like an ocean that swallowed us up during the orientation period. We were so tiny, but look at us now.
Orlan, I nearly fainted when I discovered that grade 7 students do 14 subjects, and in most cases, the subjects are taught by 14 different teachers. Looking back, it was not as bad as it appeared. Our newfound friends and old friends, along with our very caring and dedicated teachers and guidance counselors, helped us to make a smooth transition from primary school to high school. Before we knew it, grade 7 was over and grade 8 descended on us. We were now getting accustomed to the life in high school. We no longer ran around with the heavy bags on our backs. Instead, circles of friendship grew wider for some of us, while for others, the circles became smaller. Various opportunities
to include mathematics, English language, a science subject, and a practical. Well done, well done. Grade 9 awakened the inner voice of confusion in us. Who am I?
What do I want to be?
What's my purpose?
Which subject should I choose?
Are some of the nagging questions that plague our minds. Christmas term came and ended, and the questions lingered, and many of us were nowhere near to finding the answers. Yes, where are they coming from?
They're getting louder. Oh Lord, the boisterous, unwelcome, unyielding monster is here.
Which monster?
COVID-19 has reached Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
COVID-19 flung our school doors shut as it threw us into the world of online school. Were we prepared? No. We huddled behind computer and phone screens, hoping to learn what some of us could hardly grasp when we were face to face. What used to be toys and sources of relaxation and interaction with our friends quickly transformed into learning platforms. Our parents and teachers, the encouragement and dedication of our hardworking guidance counselors, Mrs. Wisdom and Pastor Polk, and the ingenuity of Mr. Thorpe and Mr. Lawrence, the systems operators, we survived. We survived the gusty winds and docked safely into the harbor. Mr. Henry, Mrs. Dobbs Utah, Mrs. Murray Brown, Mr. Ray Johnson, the Dean of Discipline, and our dedicated teachers and grade supervisors repeatedly echoed the call for us to practice social distance and wear our masks. There was much resistance, but eventually we complied.
Michaela, it was extremely difficult to put a pause on watching TikTok videos and people's status. Spending hours on WhatsApp, Facebook, and watching television and Netflix series. It was crunch time, and CSEC examinations were closing in on us. Some of us dragged our feet when it was announced that CMC had pushed back the date for the 2022 sitting. Eventually, we buckled up our shoes, burned the midnight oil, and resumed our position in the 5-year marathon that Mrs. Annette Green Thompson, our grade supervisor, always spoke about. Examinations came, we sat them, and by God's grace, we conquered. In retrospect, my fellow graduates and I can proudly and truthfully say that Alphonsus Davis High School has been good to us and that we have been properly guided.
The future in which we'll be pioneers and developers of our various careers is bright. Cow never know the use of him tail until him lose it. Fellow graduates, some of us took this place for granted, but now we are on our way out. Whether or not we got what we wanted, we got what we needed. Some of our classmates did not seize the opportunity to work hard, complete and submit the SBA pieces, among other requirements for graduation, and consequently, they are not among us today. Today marks the final gathering of our high school lives. Fellow graduates, many obstacles await us, but there will also be many glorious opportunities. There will be many skeptics, but there will be many cheerleaders. Let us choose to be positive.
Has helped to shape the lives of all these our graduates and those other students who failed to meet the criteria for today's ceremony. For that, we must say a big thank you to our school family. We are proud that this year's graduating class is the first to be so